With Warcraft 3 custom maps, you have a lot of RPG maps where you can raise a character from level 1 to whatever you set it for, but you lose that information after you're done with that map. Will there be a way to save your characters and use that character to play with other people in the same custom games?
We do have support for what we're calling banks. They're like the, I forget what we called them in War 3. Basically, you can store information on your local system about what character level you have, or basically just about any kind of information you want to store. One of the big steps, though, from War 3 to Starcraft 2 is we've made those banks where you can store information network syncable. So you could join a game with another player and actually load the data from his bank for that specific map, and then suddenly be able to work with the information that he saved again. So in short, yes.
Hi. Hey. My question is about esports and battle reports. Do you have any plans to add the possibility to save and record and save shoutcasting in them?
We have talked about quite a bit. I don't think it's going to make ship, but it's something we definitely want to do down the road. It's a great idea. I think we add a lot of value to esports if you could sort of, save, people's voiceover for a shoutcast, put that back up on Battle.net. There's a lot of technical details we're still going to be discussing as we move past ship into the early patches for StarCraft 2, but it's a great idea and it's something we definitely want to do.
Hi, my question was in regards to the modding community. So will we be able to make data source or web service connections / in a map, how big can it be / can you load multiple maps at once? So have all players on the same map go and load a brand new map that was in the package. You could create World of Warcraft in StarCraft 2 engine.
Yeah. I have no idea.
Yes,
what do you got,
Mike? That's something that was supported in War 3 as what we called a campaign, and it's something that we are looking to support in StarCraft 2. I don't know if it's, I don't know how far along it is, if it's going to be in ship, but we're definitely looking for it.
Hi. First, I just want to say thank you for creating the RTS that every RTS wants to be. I have kind of a two-part question. One question being for the RPG map makers, can we really modify the units far beyond what their normal abilities would be? So for like an instance, a ghost, not just doing, cloaking or sending out nukes, but really being able to build on that character, say with a regular Terran Marine, and give them that same gun, or really change up the abilities within that so you have a complete character custom ability. Second part question, I know you wanted that as a community to really create maps to show you guys just how good we can be. Will you guys be tracking that and possibly contacting those map makers and say, hey, we'd like to offer you a job because 1 million people have downloaded your map?
Well, the first part of your question, did you see our Uberlisk? He had spine crawlers on his back, right? So there's very little you can't do with our data editor. In terms of swapping weapons around, that's a 30-second change. Even I can do that, right? That's really easy. So I think you'll find the data editor is really, really powerful, and there's not a lot that you can't do with it. In terms of contacting map makers, absolutely. The new Battle.net will very easily show us, what maps are popular, who made those maps, since we'll know who authored the map originally when they uploaded it. We'll know right away who that guy is. We'll have access to his Battle.net account, so we'll be able to contact him by email and say, hey, dude, wow, can we talk and see what he thinks. In addition, of course, we've already been doing this for years. We've contacted all kinds of map makers around the world. Some of them we've hired. Some of them have declined to be hired. They've been more enthusiastic about continuing what they're doing, or they have regular lives they don't want to interrupt, and this is just a hobby for them. But yeah, we will absolutely be contacting map makers just as we have been before, and this will only make the process much easier for us to find who these people are and really understand what they can do.
Looks like we have time for a few more questions. One of the missions we see in Starcraft especially are the inside building missions where you've got like 1 or 2 Marines, you have to go through the installation. Will we see this third-person perspective that you're introducing in any of the missions? Will we actually experience that in the campaign so we can do them inside, behind people, a better 3D view? Right. And will we see any of the editor available in beta?
Right, so my artists would love you for asking that question. I don't know that we will include sort of a third-person action component in the game. That's a lot of teaching in the middle of a campaign that we suddenly have to do. Like, we have a lot of challenges, sort of teaching the new units, teaching the new abilities, teaching you what these enemy monsters that are trying to kill you are actually capable of doing. Suddenly switching to a third-person game would be a big challenge for us in the campaign, but we certainly plan to ship this kind of map so you, the user, can actually make it and sort of learn from it and figure out what you want to do in making that kind of map. And I forgot, what was the second half of the question?
Will any of the editor be available in the beta release?
Oh yeah, so we are planning to ship the beta in the editor, absolutely. It probably won't ship day one with the beta, but it will come sometime during the beta.
I just had a question about the map uploading process. Is there going to be any content filtering to stop, say, anything like really offensive to certain demographics or anything like that? Or is it going to be just wide open, hey, here it is?
We don't really know the scope of the problem yet, but our plan currently is to have a biohazard system where after 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, I don't know what the number will be, players say, whoa, this is offensive, that one of our GMs comes through and has a look and decides if that map truly is offensive and needs to be removed from the service, and possibly if the person who put it up needs to be banned or warned in some way, or if the map is in fact just fine and we can leave it.
Hello, my question is, will map makers be able to release updates, and will they have any beta testing utilities?
That's definitely something we're talking about, and again, we haven't really got to the premium maps in terms of the design, so I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but it's something we really want to support, for you to be able to put out a map as a beta map so that you can sort of test it out, see what people think. I don't know whether that's only with your friends or with a wider audience. Those are still design discussions that are ongoing.